Hello and welcome to BISP Solution. So we are going to continue our sessions for the QuickBook learning. So today we are going to continue our sales tax topic that we have left yesterday or in the previous session. Okay. So here we will continue our session. So our next topic comes up: what is the meaning of the maximum sales tax? Why would we have maximum sales? Okay, so why we have maximum sales? Of course, if we are taxing suppose any product or any services, why we put restrictions of maximum sales? It is because in other states the tax is maximum on a particular item. For example, like in clothing and cloth items in Nevada has a maximum taxable is like $100. You have to pay the maximum dollars or $100, or maximum tax on water aircraft in Virginia is $2,000, and so on. So we can have any situation, so we use this application for this maximum sales tax. Okay, so what is do you mean by? Suppose it can be understood by this, that when we do income tax or federal tax, suppose, okay, we put a data that till that part of amount there will be a nil tax. After that there is a certain percentage, you can say there is a slab rate. Just like this, in some states there is a maximum tax on this this item, or there is nothing. So we have to use this application. Of course, we are not working in one state, we are working in a whole country, and there is multiple federal taxes and state taxes differ. Okay, so this is how we will done this topic. Okay, so how this transactions will be recorded in the application? Okay, so let's see one transaction. Suppose we are having a sales tax on clothes in Nevada, but the tax would be on first $100 in first sale. That it means that the tax will be deducted only, will be charged, sorry, not deducted, the tax will be charged on only the first $100. Okay, only to the $100. Okay, only to the $100. So how this we will take on the application? So we take example on clothing. Okay, the first thing we will do is that we have to add a item. Okay, from the item list, of course, giving the name clothing item, and we have to assign the account type as well. So we will assign the account type is clothing sales. So let's move to the list and we will create a new, as we already know how to create a list. Okay, as we already know how to create a list. Okay, so we will move for on the item list. Here we click on the item list, we create a new item, and the item will be a non-inventory part because we are not maintaining the stock of this item. Okay, so we will add this item to be a clothing items. Okay, we will just leave this, we are not going to add the tax as well, we just add new account for this. We will assign the number 45,000 to 8, the clothing sales. Okay, and we click save and close, and we just click OK. So the clothing items is we have created. So now what we do? So we do that by an example. Suppose we are selling 6 t-shirts at $25 each to a customer, sell caro. Okay, but remember we have to tax on first $100. So we have to remember that the tax will be charged only to $100 only. Okay, not on the whole amount, not more than. So we will go and create a the first thing we have to change is the added preferences. We go to change this on the sales tax. We will just convert change to default as invoice of accrual basis. We click on OK, and now we move forward. Now on the company, we will create an invoice. Okay, here we change the date to 5th May of 2024. The name will be Cell Caro. Okay, so the item is we don't know the item, we just use the clothing items here, and we click quantity. Okay, so what's the quantity is only the 6. Okay, and we describe this, the t-shirts we sell t-shirts. Okay, so the rate will be 25. Now here you can see that 150 is the amount, but what happens that it is already given that the tax will be charged only to $100, not the fully amount. So what we will do, so we will do one thing, we will change this quantity into 4, so it becomes $100, and we choose another item, same item, and we give this again. We will copy paste the same descriptions, the same amount as well, and we will give it to non-taxable. So here you will see that we are just creating an invoice of 6 quantity, but only the $100 will be charged. So the $100 will be charged of a rate of $25 per each, will cost 4 quantity. So only the 4 quantity will be charged to 8%. When we click save and close, and it will ask, okay, you can say that keep number, ignore all, and now you will see on the trial balance. First I am showing, sorry, let's go to the sales tax liability. Here you will see on the non-taxable services, when you click on non-taxable, you see that on 5th of we sell t-shirts of $50. Okay, so it is non-taxable, it will come up here. And if we go to the sales tax department, here 15,000, and we click this invoice, and you will see that $100 is charged for a tax liability. So this is how you will create a invoice when you have a maximum sales tax option is there. Okay, so this is mainly a simple terms, like we have 25 each, we know that it can be a simple example we'll try. So we will do some so what happens when the complex things come up in a transaction? Suppose so there will be a decimals, or there will be anything like this. So what will happen? Okay, okay, so what happens? So if we take, suppose if we are selling t-shirts and jeans, a combo, so how we'll divide it, and we will see. So let's go on 6th May 2024. We sell 4 pant suits at $40 each, which will to Mr. Sal Caro, of course. Okay, so how will we doing this? Because the tax will be charged on first $100. So how we will deal with this transaction? So so again we will go and to the customers, and we create invoice. We'll change date to 6th of May. Select this item will be the clothing item, of course. Now if we choose 4, and we said suit pants, okay, with a rate of $40. Now it will be charged on $160. But what happens here? It is having that only $100 will be charged, as we have seen in the previous examples. So how we will divide? Suppose if we do 30 3, it will go to $120. Okay, so how we will divide this? Suppose if we do this on decimal options, 2.5, yeah, the amount will become on $100, but what will be the quantity? 2.5. It's sound like what 2.5 is a suit thing. What you will be getting? Why is 2.5 is something giving half jeans and a half something? So without so we have to remove the decimal. We will give one piece of cloth. So again, suit, pant, full dress. We will split this invoice here. Again, from the clothing items, we will just give 0.5 here, and we will give only pant here. Okay, 0.5, when we just do here, you will see now only the 100 you will see only the 100 will be charged, and the remaining 1.5. So now here you will see, let's give him in a non-taxable. Now you will see that on the 4 suit pants we have already sold. Okay, and now it is charged to this type. So here you can see only 8% will be charged on $100. So it will be like this if you will split the goods as per requirement of the tax amount is there. So when we click 7 close, and we will see the tax liability again. Here you will see the tax liability. So the 60 amount will be so $60 will go like this here. And when we go on the like we say on the Nevada sales tax department, where we have total taxable sales, when you click here, and you will be see that we have taxable item of 20 and 80. So the invoice number is same, the amount is 100 because of the charging of that $100 tax. Okay, so like this we will move forward. So this is how you can split your invoice when there is a maximum sales tax option available here. Yeah, you can just add it as per your requirement, depends to equal the amount of your the sales, but it should be a logical, not it can be like the decimals are going like this in air. You have to be very carefully have to record the invoice when you are doing with the maximum sales tax option. Okay, so this is how you will do this. Again, if you see on the trial balance, we don't have to see the trial balance because the sales tax liability is enough to see. So we have seen the sales tax liability. Now what happens the next thing, and that is the most important. This maximum sales tax is already an important topic, but it is but there will become, so we have a more advanced topic, you can say, and the important topic where you can see that many world it will be followed like this of multiple sales tax. What do you mean by multiple sales tax? So we have this topic, multiple sales tax. So it is a very rare situations. I can say that it will not be a very rare situations, because the invoice is created in one state, but the shipping bill and the billing address is different. So because of the state it will be different like this. Multiple sales tax in the same sales. Why? Because we have more than one sales tax in sale. Of course, two location could be different for each item on the invoice. Yes, it can be different, so it will be changed here and there. So there could be a federal excise tax or luxury tax on only some items of an invoice and state tax on other items in the same invoice. Of course there will be a differ rates between the federal or state tax or luxury tax. So who knows why else? We don't know now. We don't know what tax rate is there and what tax rate will there, what is the maximum sales tax. So how we will do? We will do with two steps. So first we have to go on the sales tax item and we create a multiple rates item. Okay, we can use the account vendor for that is multi-rate, anything we can go. So first how we do this multi sales tax item, multi sales tax transactions. So we will go through like this. So suppose, let's go first, we will create something so you will better understand. So on the main menu, on the list option, you will click on the list, item list. Okay, item list, and you will create a new item. First we will create a new item. Of course it is a sales tax item. We will give the sales tax item will be multiple sales tax. Okay, and we will give the description, of course, multiple sales, multiple sales rate. Okay, that we have to leave this tax rate 0% because you will understand why I'm going to leave this 0%. Okay, so the tax agency, what will be the tax agency? We can add Montana sales tax department, or we can add Nevada sales tax department, but we will add a new and we will give multi sales tax department. Okay, and we give additional information is, of course, it is a tax agency, and we click on OK, and we click OK, and you can see that multi sales tax department and item has been created. Okay, what does we will create it? So one more item you have to create is go on the new account, you will give the subtotal and you will give the total taxable. Why we are creating this type of items, you will understand why I am creating this type of invoice when you click OK and move forward. Now suppose we have a situation here. We have a situation that on 10th of May 2024 we sent an invoice to Mr. Salcaro for 3 financial documents and 4 business suits, that is 600 each, which is taxable at Nevada state tax rate. And on the same invoice 4 legal services and 5 wedding gowns of 700 each we sent, and which is for the Montana. Okay, so how we will do this transactions, how we will do this type of transaction? Okay, we just cancel this and we go and create a invoice to understand better. So first we have to change the date to 10th of May 2024. We create an invoice for Salcaro. Okay, now the item is for the financial services. What we have gave him 3 reports. So first we have to give that multiple sales tax because there will going to be a many things. Okay, and we will give in sales, it is also taxable. Okay, so we have to just write because we needed more and more. Okay, so the next thing will become what we are giving the clothing items, and the clothing items was of we have giving 4 business suits, and what we are giving him at what rate? At 600 each. So we are giving a quite expensive suits. Okay, so now after putting this will be tax on Nevada tax rate. Suppose if I will just go and continue on the Montana, the tax amount will be changed. So what does happen? We will just create below the clothing item we have just created a total taxable, so it will give you a total taxable value. So total taxable value is 3150. So what next will become here, we will come here Nevada sales tax. So it will give you the 8% of Nevada sales tax amount. By this, what we have seen, we have seen that the particular item is of for the Nevada sales tax department. Okay, so we are creating a single invoice because the item will be gone here and there because of a particular customer, so the tax amount will be fluctuate because of the state reasons, state tax. So we have to create a single invoice for this. So now we have just added we are doing this because we should not pay the double tax amount. So if you see here, the Nevada sales tax of particular amount on $3,150 will be charged tax of 8% and gives you 252. So what happened next, when we are giving him the legal services, of what, legal services of four there. Okay, and what happens next here, it will again giving a clothing items, and what are the quantity, the 5 wedding gowns and the rate of $700 each, and this is quite a costliest wedding gowns. Okay, and then we click subtotal. Now you see only the legal services and clothing below the Nevada sales tax rate, the amount is coming, not, it is not subtotaling the whole amount. And when we go and just give the Montana sales tax, this will be charged for only that percentage. Okay, so the total amount of $7,748. When you click save and close, and you will able to see on the sales tax liability here, on the sales tax liability you will see, okay, on the multiple sales tax from different vendors. Here when you click this, you will see this, that it is the amount of $7,250, but the sales will be charged to other amount. Okay, okay, when you click here, taxable sales, it will show you the whole taxable liability amount of 7,250, but when you click on double, it will charge here. Okay, so the whole tax amount will be gone here. Now what happens, the amount, what is the amount is charged there. So the tax collected, we haven't yet collected the tax. Why this is not coming here? Because the amount is coming here. Here you will collected the tax on 11th of May, $120 you have been collected. Sorry, on 10th May you have collected this $200 on 2500 and $250 on this $1,150. So this is how you will done the multiple sales tax. Okay, so here now just giving you that we have completed the sales tax recording in the QuickBooks. Okay, so this is how you will do the QuickBooks, how to pay QuickBooks, how to check the sales tax liability, how to do multiple sales tax transactions, how to do maximum sales tax transactions. So this is basically a sales tax transactions. Okay, so we have completed this. Now we have left some small topic of this QuickBook application, so we will go and create it. Okay, so if you remember in the last session I was just saying about the advanced mileage and the merged vendors. we haven't opened we cannot open these two options here because we are using a multi-currency options, but I just open the second company of mine and I will show you how to merge the vendors. Okay, again from the company menu and using the accounting tools as I already discussed with you, and click on the merge vendors. Okay, from here is also not continued, so let me open my other company as well. Okay, we have almost covered all the topics of QuickBooks desktop in the QuickBooks desktop application. So this is the small topics left that we haven't covered it, so let's cover the whole. Okay, okay, so here if you can see here, we can go on the company menu and we will go on the accounting tools and we click on merge vendors. Here on the merge vendors we can merge 4 vendors at a single time. Okay, it is always say you can select up to 4 vendors to merge, so let's merge the 4 vendors. Let's merge 2 vendors first, Harry Malfoy and the Edison Electronics. Let's merge it. When we click next, let's see what happened. Here it will show you that the Harry Malfoy, here it will show you who will be the primary vendor. Okay, primary vendor is that vendor who is buying the secondary vendor. Okay, who is buying the secondary vendor, and the secondary vendor is that vendor who is merging with the primary vendor. Okay, so now the transaction of other vendors will merge with the primary vendor. The vendor information, notes, contacts, to dos and signed email list information will not get merged. You can update the primary vendor with information that you want to carry over from the other vendors. Before moving this topic is updated here in the QuickBooks application in this version. Before that there is no managing vendor here. Okay, flow, let's see that Harry Malfoy, Edison Electronics. Okay, Harry Malfoy is a Edison Electronics is a primary vendor. When we click merged, let's see. When we click yes, and it will show you that the merge action has been successfully completed. Okay, so now when you go and see, there is the electronic vendors here. Okay, electronic vendors, and the Malfoy vendor is gone. Okay, so now when we close and we go and see on the customer center here, sorry, not customer center, we will go on the vendor center. Here you will see it will asking the electronic Edison Edison Electronics. Okay, so now you will see electric we'll go in transaction and we'll see here Edison Electronics will have a transaction to related to the credit charge. Because of this transaction is come from the Malfoy. So this is how you can merge your vendors. Okay, so now again The next topic is that the track vehicle mileage. We have done it. So this is an advanced tracking mileage. When you click get started, it will ask you the NetSuite ID and password. So this option is not showing here because it's not showing in the previous version, because of we have enabled the multi-currency feature. Okay, so that's why. So when you log in from here, and you will be able to track the mileage and advanced level. You can schedule this as we have already discussed. It will take a time, we can close it. Okay, again from the company menu there is a batch try enter transactions, where you can enter a batch. You just have to be your have to be prepared your spreadsheets, and you just copy and pasted it, and it will go into their proper account. Whatever you will just enter it, whether you want to add checks, whether you want to add deposits, whether you want to add credit card and charges and credits, whether you want to add bills and bills credits, whether you want invoice and credit memos, you can add this. So this is how the best transactions is done in the QuickBooks. Okay, there is a option of set closing date. Set closing date is what? Set closing date is that date in which your books are closed. Normally the books is closed within 12 months, but certain books will close before 12 months because of demerging the entity, or because of closing the company, or because of the because of backing up the company, or anything XYZ reason. So you will set the date and password. The admin pass, you will select the date. You have to use the admin password to choose the date. Without the password, the closing date will not be set. Okay, so by this you can select the date as well. Okay, and now we are doing a topic. So now we move our next topic, using weekly timesheets or entering time and enter single activity. So this activity is done for the employees, but I will give you the brief of this activity. When you using the weekly timesheet, here you will use the timesheet, like the tracker. You will the tracker, you can track the your employee or your customers. Okay, suppose you want to track your vendor, or you want to track anything else. What job you have provided here on the particular day, you can change the date. If you want to change the month, okay, you can change the date. It will become that date, and the date and the day will automatically here, and you will assign this. Okay, what is the its customer jobs you have provided him, what the service item you have, if there is a service item like legal services, financial services, whether you are giving him a payroll item, something, the payroll item you provided, and the notes as well. So because by this you will be tracking the timesheet, or tracking your employee feature. Okay, so the next topic on this as well, enter time, this activity is at time enter single activity. Okay, now hold on a second. So here, this is the sorry, so this is the time. You will start the date here. Suppose you want to see the whether you are making in the hour, whether you are making this in the hour basis. So you can just use the hour base when this hour is start, and when the job is done, you can stop it or pause it. So by this you will be maintaining a particular employee on the working hours. Okay, so this is how you will do this. Okay, so we have seen that all we have covered this. Here is bulk enter business details. The next topic is QuickBook desktop setup. Here if you want to enter more than a lot of details, you can just add it. Suppose you want to add the bank accounts. Remember, it will add only 4 bank accounts. We have added 4 banks. You want to add more, you can just click it. Suppose you want to add more, you can click here. It will import from, paste from Excel or enter manually, import from Gmail or import from. Suppose we are pasting from here and we let's continue, and it will ask it in the spreadsheet. Suppose we have select this and we just copy and paste it here, and it will be added here. So this is how done. This is one more thing we have seen from the import option as well. We have seen from the import from IIF 15, and this is also there. So QuickBooks desktop gives you more comfortable and more easy way to use this application. Okay, so now next topic will come up here, manage groups. Manage group is basically managing 3 types of groups. Of course there is a 3 types, vendor, customer or employee. You can group it. Why we create a group? We create a group for paying at a single time, receiving at a single time, and XYZ. That's why we create a groups of employee and of these things. Okay, this is how we do this employee. Okay, so in the accounting tools there is one option is there, review list changes. Here it will ask, here suppose we have seen, if you want to change your list, you can just change it here. Suppose there is a chart of accounts, it will give you, if we have added this but we want to change the name, we can add it there. But if we want to use this here, we can add it here. We just give the account name, account type, and we just scroll down it and we can do this by. Okay, let's make a more bigger. So this is how you can change your inventories as well from here. Okay, so now when you open or restore a company, suppose you click open or restore company, this option will not give you a restore a backup copy, open a file, restore a portable file. From this you will open your files in which format you are having. Okay, so it is a very easy way to open for you this. Okay, so now we have completed a whole QuickBooks application, and this we have just not yet completed the payroll, which is not a part. So I hope you understand the topics of this application which I explained you along with US GAAP. And for this we will end our sessions, and we'll hope to see you soon. So goodbye and take care.